What's up, world? Welcome back to Charge the Game podcast. And this video, man, we're gonna get into why Paul Peirce is the best sports commentator in all of sports, because he has what a lot of these sport commentators or sport analysts don't have. He has guts, and I'll show you guys briefly why I say this as I react to this take that Paul Peirce had on Undisputed. But before I do that, I want to ask you guys to do me a huge favor: hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for the love and support. Back to the video. We all know that, the Lakers were going to get swept. It was inevitable. They had lost 8 games straight to the Denver Nuggets before this series even started. What trips me out is how the media literally picks and chooses when and when not to support the supporting cast surrounding LeBron James, because we all know that LeBron James is absolved from any type of scrutiny and any failure. You guys saw, like I saw, especially Laker Nation. Laker Nation is going to keep it real. Now, you got Laker Nation and you got LeBron James fans. There's a huge difference. Laker Nation sees exactly what Paul Peirce is talking about. And, a lot of people pretty much were saying that, they lost the game because of a starting point guard in D'Angelo Russell. And I have to agree with Paul Peirce that, man, that it's not all on D'Angelo Russell, man. I think that D'Angelo Russell just got in his head and he quit on LeBron James and the Lakers. He quit on the LeBron James and Anthony Davis led team because he realized that, man, it's all about politics and scrutiny. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to get into this video where, Paul Peirce is letting it go. And I want you guys to listen, man. Listen with your minds and not your hearts, because that's what the media does. And listen to why this guy is destroying all of the other media pundits or analysts or the basketball savants, whatever. Because this guy's just thorough. He's real, and he doesn't even honestly, I don't even think it's an act. I think it's just him being himself. So let's get into this take.
I'm a hater. Oh, then we had game 1. D'Angelo Russell needs help. Game 2. D'Angelo Russell out. And what happened? They lost. Let's not put this on D'Angelo Russell, because I know those are some of the things that's going to come up. Yeah, he had 0 points.
Right there, he had the balls, man, to straight up say it. Let's not put this on D'Angelo Russell, man. They beating up on D'Angelo Russell when the whole team gave up. They not scrutinized Rui like that. They not scrutinized Austin Reeves like that, who was blowing layups left and right. But and they damn sure not gonna say anything about LeBron James. But you have Paul Peirce, who's the truth, man. He's the voice of the heard and the unheard. More importantly, the unheard. I've been watching Paul Peirce on this Undisputed show, and he goes out of his way to acknowledge all of the up and coming young superstars or all-stars. And he's just bringing a new flavor to television, man. And ESPN, man, they should have held on to this guy, man, because he is pure gold.
Yeah, he looked like he was done participating in this series. I mean, from the looks of it on the bench, it looks like all the Lakers are done participating in this series. Yeah. And so it just goes back to what I said before the series started. The Lakers had a chance, but this is the one matchup. This is the one matchup that they didn't want.
And to piggyback off Paul Peirce, man, the Lakers had the chance to go and play either, I believe, the Kings or the Warriors, and end up facing off with the OKC, where I believe they would have at least had one win in this series. They would have at least had one. Maybe those youngsters would have still wiped the floor with them after a while, but I think that they would have had a better matchup with OKC as well. But then you have the peer pressure of, the MJ talk. Okay, MJ will never back down. And then you got people like Keyshawn Johnson, who technically, he just doesn't know basketball, man. He gives wild takes. And he was suggesting, hey, let's go ahead and face the Denver Nuggets. We're going to face them anyway. But yeah, you can face them later on down the road, when, somebody may catch an injury on either team. You know what I'm saying? So you just never know. And the Lakers bit off more than they can chew here, and you can just see, man, the Denver Nuggets, man, they just doing what they want to do, man. They make the Lakers think that they had a chance, and they know that they don't. And LeBron James gave up Anthony Davis gave up. They always give up in the second half, especially when Mike Malone makes his adjustments. This is on the Lakers and the organization. LeBron James should have stepped up. Anthony Davis should have stepped up. There are two superstars on both of these teams. And last night, the unsung heroes weren't really Joker. It was really Aaron Gordon and MPJ, in my opinion.
You can say whatever you want about the role players, but listen, LeBron and AD, we need to put a lot of blame on them. I mean, they did what you...
I agree.
They did what you wanted them to do probably offensively, but nobody talks about what they've done defensively in this series.
You see how Paul Peirce is holding these so-called superstars, that he's holding them accountable. Because at the end of the day, man, you have to show up for your team. You know, when times get hard, you got to rise above that. LeBron James is capable of that in moments, but he is no longer a young spring chicken. But then people want to say, LeBron James is 39, man. He's old. Okay, well, why don't you take a back seat, LeBron James? Why don't you relinquish some of your power in your role and take a back seat? LeBron refuses to do that. So therefore, we have to judge him based off his presence on the court, him acknowledging that he's still the man, him acknowledging that he still wants the offense to flow through him. Joker does not look like he spent nearly $2 million on his body, but his skill level, his IQ level is higher than LeBron James, because he doesn't do all that running up the floor, taking his time, letting everybody get settled. Joker moves the ball because Joker understands his importance of making his presence known and felt, and also uplifting his teammates. LeBron James and Anthony Davis have the cachet to step up and take over a game. It's not on D'Angelo Russell like that. And everybody in the media who's afraid to go at LeBron James, it just seems that like Paul Peirce just keeps it real. You know what I'm saying? He's keeping it real. But LeBron sexuals, all these LeBron James fans don't want to hear it. Even Laker Nation, right? The Lakers fan base, no, this isn't the way Kobe Bean Bryant played ball. Everything that Magic Johnson built. You know what I'm saying? It's just not the same, man. And Paul Peirce is calling all of that out.
Nobody's been able to contain the color of Jokic. Now Aaron Gordon goes off for playoff career highs, and I believe that's LeBron's main matchup in the series. And so, at the end of the day, when this series is over, you got to look at your best players and say, where do we go from here?
Thank you, Paul Peirce, man. Like, it makes no sense that this man in 1 minute and 56 seconds speaks complete truth and touches on all points of this series. You know what I'm saying? Because he has an eye for a game, and he's also just telling the point blank truth. You know what I mean? Like, he's really accusing LeBron James and Anthony Davis of failing the Lakers. And that's the truth. They are the top, highest paid athletes. Why is it that every year it's Russell Westbrook, it's Lonzo Ball, it's Brandon Ingram, it's so many people besides the main characters? You know what I'm saying? LeBron James bit off more than he could chew. You got all you could out of Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is a very old 31-year-old man. I mean, this dude looks to me, he looks older than LeBron James on some nights. You know what I'm saying? And yes, he's dominant. You know what I'm saying? He has spurts. But to me, it just seems like Anthony Davis doesn't take his health as serious, his nutrition at times, and his fitness. LeBron James, man, can see the writing on the wall. LeBron James is more humiliated and embarrassed. So I just think that it made him go in his shell. It made him give up. You know what I mean? Like, he had 26 points. Okay, that's not bad. But the second half, LeBron James was not dominant because he was hitting the Denver Nuggets with his best shot, and it just did not matter. It just did not matter. So Paul Peirce continues to prove why he is the best in the media. And you guys see the turnaround. Look at the comment section on this. Like, let's go. I'll pull it up. Look at the comment section on Paul Peirce and his impact from coming on this show. I mean, you just see people after people. Paul, the first actual person that finally brought up LeBron and AD's defense this series. See what I'm saying? That's literally the first comment you see. You know what I'm saying? Like, Paul Peirce had the most objective take I've ever heard. Playoffs are about the stars, not the role players. Paul Peirce is speaking facts. it's over for LeBron in championships. See what I'm saying? Like, dude, Paul Pierce's impact is wild. And it's driving these ratings up, like I told y'all, man. Like, this guy is pure gold for television, man, because his takes are thorough. They're black and white. And, you know, it's no beating around the bush. You got all of these people who, obviously, even like ex-NBA players, they I don't know, man. Maybe they didn't do well with their funds or finances in the NBA. But man, they act like they're so afraid to just tell the truth about what they see. You know what I'm saying? Like, and what Paul Pierce is going to do, he's going to reset the standard of takes, because there's going to be people who start to bite this guy's swag. I'm telling you guys, because when something is good, and trust me, other shows are going to monitor Skip Bayless is Undisputed, and they're going to see what's driving those ratings, and they're going to see that it's Paul Pierce. They're going to start to hire people that's like-minded like Paul Pierce, or have meetings and convince that the regular people, Stephen A's of the world, the fake ass Ryan Clark. I just don't even like ESPN in general, but they're going to convince them to start having takes like Paul Pierce, because that's where the respect lies, and that's where the fans are going to go. So shout out to Paul Pierce, man, for standing on all 10, man, and being himself. You guys weigh in with your thoughts, comments, and concerns on this. Laker Nation, weigh in. Do you guys agree with Paul Pierce or disagree? Do you guys want to blame D'Angelo Russell, or do you guys not want to blame him? Who really is at fault? I already gave you guys my take. You already know how I feel. If you guys find any value in this video, hit that like button. Also, hit that subscribe button for future videos. And thank you guys so much for the love and support. Stay tuned for the next video. Like always, let me know how you charge the game. Peace.